Okay, hey there everybody, looks like this is working. Alright. So, yeah, back into Against the Storm. I haven't done anything since the previous time. Probably only really have time to do something like this, maybe. I'm actually thinking that this might be easier here. Dangerous and Forbidden Glade warnings are disabled. Okay, so that could result in me wandering into a Forbidden Glade, which would be bad, but I think it's actually safer for me to do this than it is to do the other one. Do I want to do this on Viceroy difficulty, though, is the real question. I don't necessarily know if I need that many artifacts. I mostly need the food stockpiles. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to be able to easily get this. It would depend heavily on these conditions. Viceroy difficulty is just super, super hard, so we have to sort of figure out whether or not we could get through here. Just want to see if there's any other resources I could be getting, or if it's just artifacts. This one we don't get the orders, which I think is actually much, much harder. I think this is probably going to be our best bet. So we could crank it down one. I could go down one difficulty. Especially because I haven't played in a while, I'm going to set it back down to veteran. I think we go with the lizards and the foxes. This does give us 2 less starting people, though. That's actually pretty bad. Okay, I guess we'll maybe go for the harpies, or maybe we go for this, and since we've got a bunch of food, we could take more villagers, but I think we go with that. I beat it. I have beaten, well, it just says demo has ended, is what happens, so we finished that one. I get the feeling like there's nothing past that point. But, yeah, we managed to get through all of whatever the hell that was. As far as what the hell that was, not too sure, but, yeah, we managed to get through the whole thing. Yeah, you basically get attacked by a bunch of random stuff happening. It gets much more intense at the very last bit there, and then it just sort of stops. It's kind of weird. Definitely feel like it's an incomplete game, but yeah, hopefully it'll come out on full release and be a bit more interesting in some ways. Mostly the first half. The first half needs some stuff going on to make it so that like the lead into the second half is more interesting. Because I definitely feel like it would be very easy to go into it and just not get to the second half. Okay, after each storm comes a time of peace and regrowth. Gain 0.5 reputation points for every dangerous or forbidden glade event complete during drizzle. Okay, that's fine. Creeping shadows, discovering glades. Just don't discover glades. Okay. Yeah, the other thing that I'm probably going to do is, like, I want to go back to this game, and I also think that I want to go back to Mechabellum, because I think they finally changed that enough that it might be interesting. I think this just means that they potentially die faster. Just have enough food. That one's not too bad. I don't know what blood flowers are, so I don't know how bad that is. This apparently just kills people, but just try not to get to hostility 5, I guess. Alright, so it's all harpies, which I guess is fine. The problem with these is that they don't have any, like, good bonuses during the early games. So this is, like, a dangerous glade, this is a dangerous glade, this is just a regular one, so we've got, like, lots of these sort of things going on. I don't think that we're likely to be able to reach a forbidden glade this early. But you never know. Alright. So I wonder if we're guaranteed to get like harpies, harpies, lizards, and foxes this match, which would be kind of awkward. It's a bit of a weak setup in my opinion, but maybe we'll random into something other than that. But I don't know how this works exactly. Yeah, if I was smart, what I would be playing instead right now is like edgy Pokemon, but I don't really care about edgy Pokemon because it looks awful. So I've got that slight difficulty there. These are all good. I think what I want to get is the small press, but I'm going to check one thing here first. Okay, I don't have immediate access to a farm, but I do potentially have access to something like the tool shop or the lumber mill. Lumber mill is very, very popular, and is something that's, I think, quite good. Bricks is good. Tool shop, these are all pretty strong. I'm going to go for the brickyard in this case. Okay, again, I'm not seeing any farms, so I don't think we can consistently get small press to give us what we need. So what we're going to do is take flame amulets. Just because I don't want to keep rolling through all the buildings too quickly here. But the brickyard will let us get access to like crystallized dew, which gives us access to metal. Or metal tools and stuff like that. Could have also done it with a smelter, but we have no guaranteed source of copper. Yeah, I think this was probably the right call. Who knows? Probably not. Someone's going to tell me, like, brickyard is actually awful. Alright, we'll start grabbing these here. A geyser pump. These are also not guaranteed, so I think we'll take this one just because it is guaranteed. 15 bucks in trade. Gets us quite a lot, but this one actually gets us more. Complete 6 trade routes is actually kind of difficult, though. I'm just going to do this. Have Harpies at 13 resolve. That shouldn't be too hard. I might be able to get that now. What are they at? Okay, so if we get another species, we can do favored. Oh, we got this already. I don't want those extra people until the next year, potentially. Although, we were getting this early enough that I could probably go ahead and do this. The earlier in the year that I get for this kind of stuff, like, the easier it is for me to do this basic housing quest thing here. Okay, so we'll... Okay, we got a human, we got a lizard. Unfortunately, if I do one thing there, but we can change to that, and then I can do this. So now I just have to sit the Harpies at 13 resolve for a little while here, and then we'll be able to finish that quest as well. Can deactivate that. I think I need even another house. My population is going up too quickly, but... Fortunately, we're not getting a ton of, like, unrest for having all these extra things here, so... Should be able to get, like, another shelter here and be fine. We should have enough income of wood right now. Okay, so we are getting yet more people, which is, again, kind of not good. I don't like growing up in population this fast. It's a bit too much, but... Okay, clearly I need to start chopping faster. Void Glades except targeted. And we can get into here. Oh, what's going on here? That was weird. Okay. Had a weird pop-up. Okay, so I have to kind of choose here. I don't like any of these all that much. I might just re-roll this, Okay, we've got access to a plantation. That's actually going to be pretty good here. Alchemist Hut would be pretty okay in some ways, but we've kind of already overlapped that, so Herb Garden would actually also be good, interesting enough. I don't usually like having multiple farms, but might have to sort of go that route. I think we go Alchemist Hut here. Then the smithy might be okay. Then we do need something that can produce food. The artisan technically doesn't, but coats are similar. I'm going to hit this again, make sure we're not doing that anymore. Okay, right now I don't want to be building any bricks since we have the brickyard as a building that turns our limited resources much more efficiently. So we'll do that. I could try to get some happiness from the lizards, but I don't think we're going to bother. Right now everyone's like eating a ton of our food and I just don't have that much available. Alright, so there's a bit more food available. Nice. Yeah, I need to find some way to get our stupid trading post in here somewhere. It just takes up so much room. So we do have humans, harpies, and lizards with a huge emphasis on harpies. We have 0 beavers, which means we're never going to be good at wood chopping, which is very unfortunate. It's a good thing we got the amulet that we did, because that means we could potentially, if we have to, just rely on having more wood choppers. But obviously that's not ideal. Okay, so we turn off that since we want to never get bricks out of here. And I think we got our setup for the rest of the season, so we just hit fast forward until next spring, when we get even more people. I could technically be building a park right now, actually. Get us another couple points of happiness, get the lizard people up into the point where they're producing a little bit of resolve for us, admittedly virtually none. But virtually none is better than actually none, so I guess that's fine. We have a ton of people, so we start cutting into this dangerous glade, I think. It's going to be the option. And that should be fine. Yeah, we're still plenty happy this season. I think we can make this using, like, resin. I might not want to get too many bricks. I might want to actually stop producing those in a little bit here. Yeah, I'm gonna actually do that. Throw one of you back in here. We have got some room now. I can put my trade in now. Okay, get mushrooms. Villagers have 10% chance of producing double yields, but consumption control is disabled. This is probably our strongest one here. The reason I think that this one is so strong is simply because we are going to be consuming a lot. So I think that consumption control is going to be a little bit awkward. I kind of like this just because, like, it gives us sort of an easier to deal with amount of stuff, people, basically. This is also worth more than 2 bricks. It's just like, this is kind of tricky. Okay. We can put our trade post down here. I might not have the time to get into this section fast enough here. Okay, Trader Zorg has arrived. Let's see what we can sell here. I can probably bring this down to like 15. So I sell 8, I think. Gets us an okay amount of money there. I wouldn't mind doing this. And then we just find some random resource that we can get rid of here that we don't really need. That'll do. Gets us much closer to like a good trade there. Alright, so that'll complete our quest. Can then also build a farm. Get upgraded farms, herb garden, or the ranch. I think we'll just stick with our money. This does mean we could get more people, which is, again, kind of bad. But maybe we do it anyway. Okay. Let's just do it. Okay. So again, not enough houses. Okay. I don't think we're gonna make it into here, and I'm really kind of not super happy about that. Like, we have to make it in here and then finish the event before the season ends to get that resolve point, but it's just a half-point resolve, so it's not even a huge deal, but I would still like to. Let's see here. 2 hearths upgrade to 1. That's really easy and really strong. We're going to pick that one. We have to sacrifice this stuff here. I think technically this is going to get us more. It's just that we're not going to have an easy time getting access to those fuels necessarily. I'm going to turn off these for a little bit. So we're going to be burning wood, which is bad. Kind of feel like hitting up the forum here. I think what we're going to do is spend money on a reroll. Okay, what did this do again? Leave town slower. Production plus 25, and Tavern is, I believe, plus 3 resolve. Plus 3 resolve is just always stronger. I've got wine production as well. I'm still not seeing, like, proper food production. That's crazy. Do I stop this? Part of me wants to stop this, but we're in there now. Let's see here. Well, unfortunately, I think our best choice is actually still to do this. This will make our quest harder, but we'll just buy stuff later. Do we have 10 amber? I don't think I've got 10 amber. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. Let's check the other resources around here. One thing I should really be doing is getting this plantation down. And this... We could opt for, like, just an absolutely huge amount of people in this settlement here. I'm just going to start getting a few more bricks here. I do want to get some of our rain collectors up and running, too. Yeah, this isn't going to finish in time. That's fine, though. See? Unfortunate. Kind of want to send these guys home for the money. Alright, we got large dewberry bushes, so... large herbalist camp would let us get access to those, which I guess is better than nothing at this point in time. So I think that's what we want to have here. Stonecutter's camp down here would also be good. Okay. Do I really need to get into a dangerous glade anytime soon? Probably not, but it's probably a good idea for us to do it anyway. I'm on a slightly weirder time frame right now than I normally would be, just because, like, there were too many good games last year. I think now's an okay time to get it, just because, like, now we are seeing it being, like, actually done. So now that it is actually sort of done here, it's, like, it's a better sort of proposition. It is one of those games that's just, like, it's a lot of fun to play, but also can potentially, like, be very, very difficult if you don't know what you're doing, and I'm not great at this game, so... I have to be a little bit careful here. But, yeah, no, it is a great game once you're sort of into it. Would highly recommend. On the other hand, if you want to, you could wait for, like, Frostpunk 2, which I think has a sort of, different vibe to it and everything, but, like, is still kind of in that same vein. Okay, so I could get... that. I like both of these. I'm going to take the hidden reward. Alright, let's see if we can get some humans for that farm there. Yep. And a bunch of leather. That's actually also pretty good for us, so... let's get some humans in here. I don't want to plant fiber, because I don't need that. I can put a harpy in there. And we are down in housing. Okay, let's just throw that over there. Still not done with last year's backlog. Yeah, that's kind of fair. Let's see, I have to move a bunch of houses over here. I think just 3 of them. Oops, this needs a worker. Okay, 2 level 2 or 2 level 1 encampments. We can get builders with items and all this other crap here. Alright, so we're gonna have to buy probably a whole bunch of fuel. But that's probably fine. Small trapper is empty. That's not good. Carpenter. Did I get something that builds tools? Smithy. So I don't really need the carpenter. DD2? Which one's DD2? I'm always bad with that kind of stuff. I might want this for planks. Just getting planks faster. I really do need buildings that produce better food, but the smokehouse is one of the ones I like least. I'm gonna get the carpenter just for better planks, and I guess I won't build the smithy now. Which kind of sucks, but means I've got a wasted building slot. Okay, let's move you down to here. Trappers. Nope. Dragon's Dogma 2. Is that coming out? Oh. Okay. Yeah, I never really got into that series all that much, so I don't really know much about it. Let's see here. I've got a lot of amber. I need to get oil and I need to get coal from somebody. +1 resolve basically to everybody. That's actually really good. Okay, we'll take that. And I think we hold on to everything else right now. And I think we actually want to rebuild this thing. Won't do that right yet, but... Okay, so we can make it so that this building only produces fabric. Is that a series where I would have to, like, play the first game to really understand what's going on? Or is that one of the ones where you could sort of, like, play any of them and then sort of get into it that way? I just realized I have no income for rocks. That's not good. Deliver 40 scrolls and 40 ale. I could probably just get that by buying them later. Burning Blightrot Cysts is one of those really awkward ones, because you actually have to do a lot of stuff just to get Blightrot Cysts to exist. And then they're pretty negative to have lying around, so you don't actually want to have them. And then you do get them and it's like awful. It's really weird. There's only 2. Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay. How fast am I dropping on food production here? Looks like I'm staying stable somehow, which is kind of surprising, honestly. Kind of felt like I was on the downward on that, but apparently we're fine. Standalone game with similar elements. Well, that's probably fine then. What the heck? I think there was a visual bug there for a second. Okay. I wouldn't mind getting the production speed for my workers up, so I think we're going to go ahead and build a few of these sort of things here. Let's just get the easy things here. I thought it was an RPG, wasn't it? I do play RPGs, but if I'm wrong about that, then... You know, maybe I'm just wrong. Let's see here. Okay, I could get Calming the Forest, or I could get Rebellious Spirit. I like Rebellious Spirit, because that extra happiness is gonna be, like, good here. Rocks. Holy crap, do I ever need rocks. I've still not found a single source of rocks on this map, which is always a bad thing. Let's see here. Lizard houses. Let's do one lizard house and let's do one harpy house. I think that brings us up to the next happiness tier. I'm gonna bring these up this way. That does remind me, I do want to get the new Persona game. By which I mean it's the old Persona game that has been remade, but whatever. I guess we're using a crap ton of tools for this, which I'm not super happy about there. I did pick Rebellious Spirit, so I don't get any benefit for choosing the empathy option, so I guess we're going to be low empathy today. Go ahead and just arrest those cretins there. It's more focused on the action than the story. Yeah, that's fair then. I do tend to like fairly story-heavy games, yeah. Do not like that positioning there. But then again, like, this one's a game that doesn't really have all that deep a story, honestly. So, it really depends. This gives me some interesting and obscure items, honestly. Alright, that 10% bonus speed there, I think we'll... I need to queue up more fabric production. Make sure we're using all the different resources that let us build fabric. Which new game drops? Am I gonna finish this in time? I'm not. That sucks. I think what I have to do is I either have to use like bonuses to resolution for the speed, because you can make this done faster, or I might actually have to wait for one whole season. Yeah, I think to benefit from this stupid benefit, I have to either extend Drizzle season or I have to do some other weird things. It's like, ugh. The new Persona game, yeah. I've already beaten Persona 3 3 times, though, so I'm not entirely sure if I feel motivated to beat Persona 3 4 times. I don't know if I really feel that way. Metaphor something something, yeah, that's about right. Let's see here. I needed 40 scrolls and I needed 40 ales, and this guy sells 40 scrolls, but he apparently has no ales, so that's fantastic. Usually this guy does. I'm not sure why he doesn't today. Reduction in storm duration would be pretty good. I kind of want to sell this, but you never know when you're going to need it, so I'm just going to do this. Nice, perfect. Okay, yeah, why do you not have ale, my dude? Oh, the one that's not the remake? I haven't heard much about their new title. I guess because it's coming out later this year, not, like, early this year. What am I gonna do about not having access to ale for the stupid quest here? Does he have other fuel? I don't think he does. This guy's useless. The heck? Alright, we'll get a makeshift post and we'll start producing those, like, expensive parcel things that are awful. What was that sound? Reputation. Ah, okay. Great. We got access to the monastery, we got access to a bunch of stuff I don't really need. The reroll is expensive as hell, so I think we just sit on these. That sucks. Okay. I think we'll produce our alchemist hut. I'm like chugging along on our reputation points like at an okay rate, but honestly I could be doing better. New quests. Alright, what do we got here? Complete 3 loyalty, or we do a crap ton of trade and give them a whole bunch of money. We're going to be probably doing a bunch of loyalty quests, but I'll probably do this one. Yeah, the thing about Atlus is I think that they don't tend to, like, advertise their games very much, like, until they're, like, ready to sell them, basically. So I think there's just a slight level of me not really keeping too far up on what they're doing a lot of the time. Okay. We can make tea out of resin, which is horrifying, but okay. And metal, which is also horrifying. Fantastic. Okay. Gonna have that there. We're gonna leave it be relatively-ish. We're gonna turn off this because it produces less efficiently. The alchemist place is more efficient. So we'll have that going later. I wonder why tea is so expensive to make. That's kind of crazy. Okay, I guess we're doing that. All we want to do is make packs of provisions. Probably focusing mostly on the berries, because we have a good surplus of those. I'm not sure how much we managed to harvest there. I don't think we got the full harvest. Got another Glade event completed. I think that's this, just this. Okay. Everyone's still happy, so we're not running into any problems from that. Yeah, I just need to get a whole bunch of packs of provisions done so that I can send out a bunch of trade missions so that I can do at least... Oh, I don't know how the hell we're going to do fair exchange. That one's actually kind of ridiculous. Didn't realize part of that problem there is that it had to be a ridiculously high value. Oh well. We'll figure out something, I guess. I'm probably going to have to just do so many of them that I level it up a whole bunch. That's going to be awful. If I'd gone for the mushroom farms, that would have been really good, but we didn't, so we're not going to. I'm actually going to re-roll this to see what we got. Reinforced axes, that's a lot better. Okay, we'll punch into there. Okay. Oh, we finally got a source of rocks again. I think we've mostly been burning sea marrow, though, which is fine. Like, that works. Ooh, this is an ugly one. Okay, that's way too many people. That's fine. Okay, so Harpy House here, and here. And I need one more house. Can I afford 3 Harpy houses? The spacing is actually the kind of awkward spot right now. Let's just put this here. I'm actually going to put these guys like around here for now, just to chop down trees near this supply depot. You can actually just sort of like unbuild and rebuild your supply depots and chop wood in an area that way quite effectively. Just going to have to do that way for a little bit. It'll be fixed pretty soon, I think. Alright, we got a couple trade routes available. That one's fine, that one's fine. I don't understand Monster Hunter. Yeah, no, I'm not a Monster Hunter kind of guy. For me, it feels like it's just all like boss fights and grinding. Boss fights are always like the least interesting part of video games for me. And like... yeah, fighting boss monsters and like grinding for gear is like all stuff that I find just really awful. I can understand the appeal of like Monster Hunter for a lot of people, but I also just don't really want to play it. It's like, yeah, kill this monster 900 times so that you can like get whatever it is you need, and it's like, I don't want to. Okay, I do have to build a Stonecutter camp here. It's like, but if you don't like kill this guy like 900 million times, you won't get the really good gear that you need to have, and it's like, I don't care. Yeah. That's kind of what I felt Monster Hunter was. I have a lot of friends who play Monster Hunter, though, but, like, yeah, I can't get into it. And it's not one of the ones where I feel like the grinding is optional, because, like, you need really good gear, and you need to constantly be getting, like, a source of weird items to boost up your ability to fight other stuff, and you just constantly have to be getting new items. It's just, like, okay. Not my style, honestly. I might be rolling in enough coins in this game, like, to be able to actually do some stuff here, but... Alright, we can do that. Getting 10 of these trades is going to be a pain. Like, this game is grindy in the sense that, like, the meta progression is ridiculous, and I wish it was a much, much shorter meta progression, but at the same time, like, I also kind of don't think that's the point of this game, because, like, each time you're doing this sort of city, it's like a separate puzzle, and you're kind of going through it that way. You're not really thinking about the meta progression all that much. Because, frankly speaking, the game doesn't open up or anything like that once you get to max level. It's not that kind of experience as far as I can tell. You're kind of, in all cases, just sort of equally trying to get to a state where your city is capable of thriving. So I guess, like, for me, like, whether or not grinding matters is whether or not it's going to make a difference for the actual gameplay. It's like, if you, like, spend a million years grinding, is the gameplay going to be better? Because if that's the case, I don't like the game. They should have just made the gameplay better at the start. Food production speed by 20%? Sure, actually. That sounds okay. I have a lot of money right now. This could actually be a good time for me to get, like, just a reroll on some stuff here. I don't think I need... Oh, well, actually, no, that's fine. Okay. We got this thing. Camps produce 100% yield. I don't actually know that I care about that now that I think about it. I shouldn't have built that. Build the tavern. Of course, we're out of fabric producing materials right now, but that's fine. I haven't built the stuff that gets me, like, the cloth materials, because we've been relying on the free stuff for this entire time. Might be a good time to actually get a harvester's camp. And for that, we're going to have to undo one of these. That's fine. The other thing about Monster Hunter is, like, they make 100 trillion of those games, and they're all kind of the same to me. Would kind of like if they, didn't make quite so many of them, I guess, but I don't know. I guess that's not really kind of the point of that, honestly. Okay. They want me to sell eggs, fine. I don't think I've seen anything that offers coal so far. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna do a reroll. Ah, kiln. I'm gonna turn off tea production for a bit. I don't want too many of those things getting turned into whatever. Turn off bricks, absolutely. I think we actually just have them make coal. I'd be executed for that? Well, you know. Sometimes I have heretical thoughts. In fact, quite often I have heretical thoughts, but you know what? It's fine. No one can stop me. I am literally unbeatable in terms of my heretical thoughts carrying me through and not stopping me from continuing on or whatever the hell. Okay, we're gonna do that. Alright, I should probably be looking to break into some more glades pretty soon, but... we're reaching that point where Forbiddens become a little bit possible here. That is an expensive thing for me to lose. Okay, well, doing it anyway. To be fair, like, there's no way I would end up in the community because my thoughts are just so antithetical to the things they like anyway, so, you know, it's fine. Yeah, I need 50 stone just to build a road, which, I don't think this guy has those. He has crafting materials, but I don't think he's got those ones. Let's do this again. Yeah, 0.33. If I could get the ability that makes that, like, doing events or doing trades gives me extra resolve, that would actually be the peak sort of thing for me to have right now. I think this is a very high chance of being a Forbidden Glade. I think it's just very, very likely. 0.38 per minute, still on high resolve, still chugging my way in there. I think we just stick to that for a little while. Ooh, I can do another couple of these. Bricks and scrolls. The 40s, losing scrolls is bad, but like that guy's coming back, so... I can't believe I still haven't found something that produces, like, better food quality. Maddening. Okay, we probably have a good surplus of tools. Yeah, it's enough. I don't know. I don't do Forbidden Glades in this game very often, so... I always get worried when I'm setting up to do one. Because they can just end your run. A bakery. Huzzah. We can't use that. Because I have no flour. I'd have to get the provisioner first. Ugh. Okay. Are we going to assume that we can get flour from something in the future? Or I think we just get flour right now. Long-ass weird logistics chains and stuff like that. Not that we can actually use flour right now, because we don't have any source of milled ingredients, but, yeah, whatever. Our food situation is great anyway, so it's not like we're in that much trouble. We're going to be in trouble as soon as we open another glade and we end up in a situation where I've got, like, a Forbidden Glade event, but, I mean, you know, that's a different issue. Okay. I guess let's sacrifice our coal now. Just for the hell of it. I have to sacrifice 20 of it anyway, so... Alright, have you got ale this time? You have. Okay, so 40 ale. And then I actually do have to get some more scrolls again, because we had to use some for a stupid thing. Okay. Then let's just get some of these. Really? None? Okay, well, I guess we're close enough. We got that, we can do the quests. We can sell that, no problem. And we can sell that, no problem. Get jerky for pies. I think that's our best bet. Get access to the forum, get access to advanced press and a bunch of pigments, which I don't need. So we're going to do that. Why did our happiness drop so much? I think it's because I think actually we just have too high of a thing now. Okay. That's okay. Where were we cutting through? It was up here. I'm nervous about this one. You don't have rocks, do you? He has bricks, he doesn't have rocks. Okay. I need to buy 50 rocks from somebody so I can make paved roads. You know, sometimes this crap happens. All right. Increases hostility for every hearth in the settlement, so plus 400. Somehow, word of your decision is spread and reach the queen. Viceroy executions are quite rare, but not as rare as you might hope. Gain 1 impatience point. Well, apparently we're not supposed to cleanse this according to the queen. Counts as 16 decorations of its type and is a source of sea marrow. Okay, great. What happens if we do this? Okay, so this is just less harsh, and we'd get access to salvaging tools. That's actually quite strong. Okay, that's weird. I guess we're supposed to burn the thing down. So sure, I guess. That's surprising. Speaking of executions, nice bunch of caches here. These could really help us along the way, actually. I want the less number of people, so this is 8. This is 7. Okay, we'll go with that then. We've got so goddamn many people. Okay, that ought to do. Not enough that we can also start working on this stuff here. Stonecutter's camp, no deposit, harvester camp, no Okay, so a lot of stuff is just empty now. Looks like we can just head this on up over here though. Okay, this one we can move up to like here, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is just fine. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna start buying wheat off these guys because it's fairly inexpensive. Like, this stuff is pretty cheap to get. And we have a lot of money, so being able to have that is just fine and dandy. Okay, I think we can also put another guy in the kiln here. Good enough, good enough. Got this done. 15% trader speed. That's actually really good. The brewery, the rain mill. Oh, god damn it. Okay, and I'm somehow out of money, which I'm kind of surprised about. But we'll have plenty more of money in just a little bit here. Oh wow, that herbalist camp actually ran out of food. Well, that won't last us long, but better than nothing. This will get us like 100 food, so we should be okay for a little bit longer. Could build another farm up here, but I think we're just going to try and clear out the mission here. Don't know if we've got enough for that, yeah. We'll get there, though. We are building more crystallized dew, so that does get us more of the way there. Yeah, we'll use the money for the reroll. Once we get the chance. I can get more happiness here. I can't do much about the happiness, though, until this is down, because that's increasing our hostility by too much. Okay, well, I think like that. Alright, so this is done. This is done. This is getting done. Okay, we just got one more reputation point to get, so we're actually pretty much through this. Does look like I'll need to get through one more season at the very least. I think next season we could possibly get... I think I have to go up to 24 resolve. Yeah, or reputation. That's pretty bad, actually. That's going to be a bit hard. We'll build this and see what it does. I don't think that helps me here. Okay, we should have a pretty huge amount of money at this point, so that's good at least. Double yields increased, okay. If I could get just a little bit of increase to, like, resolve. This doesn't really help us much because we don't have the that particular thing. Alright, we're going to pick that one. Looks like we're actually heading into positive resolve for a bunch of people anyway, though. Okay, so nothing left for those. How much are we getting off this? 0.33. Okay, we've won. Okay, we're done. We're already there. This guy's finally arrived. Still not sure I like the new portraits all that much, but we have got the ability to get 50 stone here. That's fantastic. We'll just do this as a kind of, like, just in case here. And I'm just going to go ahead and turn off. Turn off that. Turn off that. See which of these we get done first. Looks like happiness. Okay. Well, I probably could have done that on Viceroy difficulty, but you never know. It's a big leap in difficulty. Okay, I do think that I want to take the caravan wagons again here, but let's get the seal fragments. Can I actually do another quest? Oh no, I can't. Okay. So, yeah, we've done the storm. Let's end the cycle. We'll get a little bit more resources. You get practically nothing for doing this end of cycle summit thing. You get it all from doing the actual missions, so. This is why I always look for those spots on the map where I can get, like, extra resources. Even though it makes the game harder. That is brutal. Every year the storm lasts 10% longer. That is rough. I might not do that one. Okay, so... yeah, I'm not 100% sure which of these we actually think is good right now, honestly. This thing can actually be kind of brutal. It can actually mess up your game pretty badly. I think having access to Fox House like right away is probably our best choice. I still have no food stockpiles though. Like getting enough food stockpiles is the real gateway, it seems. I've got plenty of gears and I've got plenty of artifacts, which is kind of funny because they're the ones that are harder to get. Anything here? Nope, looks like this is the same. Supposedly you're supposed to be able to like change background stuff, but like portraits and other things like that. I wonder where you do that. They added some options for that sort of thing. Well, kind of not too worried about that since it's just cosmetic. Let's see here. Scarlet Orchard with a negative here. No trading. I do rely heavily on trade usually, so that one's kind of rough for me. But might be actually easier than the alternative. Could also just try going up here and then figuring out what this stuff is. Honestly, it might be better for me to just go up in this area because there's a much higher density of these sort of special areas here, which is what I prefer doing. I guess especially since like what I really need right now are food supplies. There's no real point in going after these kind of resources since they don't get me anything. So this is marginally better than any other choice. This also means that since I'm doing no negative conditions, that I can probably run this on the harder difficulty. Apparently I've unlocked Prestige 1. I forget what that does. Does that actually get me more money? 84 for Prestige 1. It is exactly the same amount of food stockpile, so literally no point for me doing that right now other than if I was going for a Seals run, so I would not want that right now. Great. We'll do that and that. Starting off with just Harpies here, which is again, but does start me off with a little bit more people. Actually, it's the same number of people, but I start off with way more resources for the same number of people. So I'm okay with that. I think that'll work out okay. Okay, important matters. Impatience grows 70% slower during drizzle. So this makes it so that if we have our drizzle season going on, we don't have to worry as much about impatience rising up. It's surprising how much this actually ends up mattering for impatience. Have to build lots more roads, which is unfortunate. They get in the way a little bit. Blight Rot Cyst consumes Storm's energy and become more resilient. Burning Cyst takes 5 seconds longer. That's not too bad. Working in this environment requires a lot of energy, higher chance of consuming twice the amount of food in each break. That one's actually really brutal. Even the hardiest villagers need some sort of cover. Once this effect activates, every villager in your settlement will ask you for 1 coat. If you can't provide the goods, global resolve will be lowered by 6 for 2 minutes. That's actually pretty brutal. Coats is a kind of difficult resource, but it's one that I should be sort of focusing on getting because I think Harpies like coats anyway. So maybe we'll be okay. Because, like, if you do actually have the coats, then that ends up being kind of just fine. Does lean me towards wanting something like maybe the leather worker so I can get access to the ingredients for that a little bit more easily, but I think for now what we're going to do is take carpenter because that's always really strong. I would not mind having the druid's hut. I would not mind having the cookhouse. I think for now we'll just rest on these and we'll start building. The thing to remember is it's just much, much harder to play on this difficulty. To the point where it's kind of brutal, actually. We got our warnings back. Okay, I think what we'll probably try to do is just do a quick run down to these 2 non-dangerous glades in the south here. And then from there, we'll try and go to a dangerous one up at the top later next year. There is immediate access to a food farm thing here, so we get that ready, but I might have to re-roll into a farm. Yeah, I don't know. This might be a re-roll into a farm kind of situation, but we'll have to see what we can manage here. I don't know why they made that one little spot on the farm there. That's a little bit weird. For every 10 skewers... Oh, gain 10 skewers for every 10 pickled goods. Faster trade routes, 40%. It's not really that great. If I had a good way of getting pickles, I guess we would choose that one. We do not. I think we'll use up our reroll here. Getting a really bad set of these things this early is pretty bad. Hostility decrease from woodworkers, that's going to be what we choose here. Immediately just drop down like a ton of hostility. 36 points, but... Obviously that could be stronger, but for now that's pretty much as good as that gets. Alright, let's see what we got. This one's kind of awkward because we don't necessarily have the pipes. But it's pretty easy otherwise. Just 5 packs of regular crops is pretty good. Planting crops being faster is okay, but not that important. We'll pick that one since we have lots of crops available, I believe. We'll take this one. This one has the potential to be really, really good. Okay, so I do have to get the makeshift post. For a year one, we're actually building a lot of crap. Alright, I may need to get more people working in the wood immediately here. Which I'm not super stoked about, but they're not increasing our hostility by as much, so that's fine. The other thing I just have to keep in mind on this difficulty is just let people die. Like, just letting people die in this difficulty is fine. Your impatience, like, jumps up to, like, 4 or whatever, it's fine. You'll live. What kills you is letting, like, yourself sit around way too long trying to make sure that everyone's, like, happy enough that they stick around. Why is my food going up? Do these things have insects or something? No, they have eggs. Okay, I need all of these things, that's fine. We'll deal with that later. Got another one of these. I really, really want to farm with this one. I'm going to try and reroll into one. Nope. We will take the provisioner here. No, we'll take the rain mill. Brutal. Okay. We'll take the bakery for now. Having access to this stuff is not really a bad thing. Like, being able to sort of get farms going later is fine, especially since we do think that we'll be able to get, like, all of this stuff going here. Okay. The pack of building materials is going to be the one that's most difficult for me to deal with here in a lot of ways. Yeah, our food just plummeted. I'm not really that surprised by that. I was like, why is our food going up? That should not be. Okay. Getting this upgraded to the increased production speed and maybe even to districts would probably be good in this run, but definitely not really that relevant right now. I might want to put limits on some of this other stuff here, but for now this is probably okay. Okay, so we get to that glade. And then we get ready to go into this glade the next year. I feel like. We can go into this one anytime, because I don't think we have a penalty for going into it during storm. Actually, the game that I probably want to play most right now that I don't have is Armored Core 6. Now I think about it, but... also just haven't really had the time to think about picking that one up. I'm actually going to change this. We don't really have any way to get some of those other ingredients, so we're going to switch to just those. Especially because we need to have, like, cloth to build this thing. Yeah, us not accumulating any Queen's Impatience is actually hurting us a little bit, because Impatience reduces hostility, which makes it so you can get more of the other stuff done, basically. You kind of want a little bit of hostility. You always want to be running as much hostility as you can be without tipping over, basically. I'm getting a lot of farmland here. A couple of these are also good for getting rid of hostility. Like, they reduce it by 10 each, so we could reduce 20 hostility here. I'm not going to do that. Okay. What you just have to do is wait till we got these packs, and then finish off that mission, and then basically we can instantly just go and be like, okay, we can get like a farm or something like that. Like, we get a building blueprint, so hopefully it's a farm. So we're just really focusing on getting these quests done so I can get more buildings. I'm already at the point where we're, like, dying of starvation, apparently, so... okay. If I can find something that reduces, like... produces more food, that would be great. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to decline here. Okay, we got access to foxes and lizards. Might as well get that one. Fox houses are made out of metal, which is real awkward. I think we just build a regular shelter right now. Alright, we got more than enough packs of provisions. this guy showing up. He's got a small farm blueprint, which is actually really good. Because it means that we sort of like just don't have to worry as much about getting to that point that we have a farm. Okay, so what I need is I need to get a 4th coin here, and I'm just going to resin to get to exact amount, basically. Alright, so that gets me to 14. We can now buy the small farm. And then we can go ahead and build this. And since our economy's kind of been set up from the get-go to be a farm economy, this is going to help tremendously. Okay, well that's a little bit awkward, but... I think we'll do this temporarily and then maybe move it later, but then forget to move it, and that'll be fine. Okay. Gonna do that, and then I'm gonna move these ladies over to here. It's gonna make it a little bit more efficient. Okay. Just gonna go with this one again. And just this one. Okay. Lots of exploration. We'll get basically everything done off of like one of those. We're gonna be done this pretty soon here, I think. I think we've only got like one more set of this to do. Yeah, we badly need more farmers, and I badly need more efficient farms here. We do, however, have that done. So we'll do this one first. That +1 to harvest is good here. And then I just need to make sure that we're only getting the pack of crops from this place. Since I don't want to keep using up all my build supplies. For obvious reasons. Okay. I'm gonna get the Druid's Hut here. It'll get us access to oil, which is pretty good. Alright, move you up there. Alright. So we're still losing food. I think part of it really is because we're also making packs of crops, though, so I think that's just going to be a consequence of what we're doing here. It's a consequence of my own actions. I hate having to pay the consequences of my own actions. Alright. We're still at pretty low levels of punishment, though, so... Ugh. Okay. Fortunately, these are dropping fairly slowly, but still gonna be a bit of a problem. I think that, considering our circumstances, we might have enough fuel stockpiled that I can just drop our woodcutters when it gets there. So let's see if we can get down to 0 hostility here. Yep. Okay. So while that's happening, I'm going to switch up this a bit. Let construction construct a bit. Our food stabilized on doing that, so that's good. Got 5 packs of crops now, so we can do this. I can get rid of that. Our Harpy resolve going back to low doesn't matter since we're about to turn over the season. And we're turned over, so that's fine. Okay, that worked. 2 packs of provisions for every 10 herbs. We're not producing herbs. +2 leather production. Gain additional leather every yield from gathering farm. I don't think we have any leather production, unfortunately. We could get nothing that produces that. Fantastic. Might take the money. Biscuit dye is probably going to be our best bet here, though. Okay. Okay, some newcomers. Honestly, these are all pretty bad. I'm gonna go for this one. Just keep our focus on harpies, I guess. We can get another house. I think we just do shelter. Can't believe it's been this long, we still haven't gotten our carpenter built. Okay. It's just getting fabric and bricks out of this place. We're just about out of stuff to build bricks with, and I think we've got plenty of bricks in storage, so I think we'll actually keep... Got 10 bricks in storage. It's actually not that many. Still, though, we'll switch that over. Yeah, we need planks. Okay. We'll get the harvester's camp built already. Okay. I think we're probably going dangerous camp next year. I don't think we're going to try and go for that early. This could be a good time to just buy more stone. Increased reinforced axes, actually, I think is probably our good one here. There's an okay chance that we find other sources of stone on this run. Okay. Like, I just need to get a little tiny bit more sources of happiness here. Probably this one. Oh yeah, I need raincoats. I don't like any of these options here. We are going to reach a point where I just have to build it. Build something there, or pick something there. Regardless of whether I want to or not. Okay. You know what? I think what we want to do here is actually swap one of these guys. So let's do this. That should get me just enough happiness that we can coast through the next season, and I think we build these, actually. But, yeah, man. This is just kind of a rough combination of things that I've got going on here. Yeah, that brings us exactly to 1, so we're doing great here. Also did okay on food this year, which is good. I like that. Okay. And I have to remember I have to shuffle that farm back later, but that's fine for now. Alright, if we can get like 4 people here, I think that lets us get most of our buildings up and running that we need up and running. But yeah, our gains are slow this year. Safe Haven is like not the best, but it is probably the strongest out of the ones given there as options, so. Alright, let's see what we can get here. I can get 6 people or I can get 5 people. I can get pretty good resources off this, so I'm going to go for the 5. And we're going to do this. And we're just about cut into there, so. Alright, what do we got? Fortunately, we do have all this. This gives us, okay, so we could kill one person and then have this thing. This is actually quite strong. This is actually a very, very strong effect. Especially on this difficulty, so what we're going to do is this one. Okay, so one of our Harpy Craftsmen died. That is fine. We've decided to sacrifice them for the greater good. Their corpse apparently just lies on the ground there. Okay, Trapper Camp. Move it there. Do that. So that won't get worse. Like, that is just going to be as bad as that is for the rest of however long. So pretty bad, but you know, it's okay. We'll live, except for the person who didn't. Alright, and then we can work on getting another small hearth up here somewhere. Maybe we can't, actually. Blech, okay. Fine. Could try cutting some trees up there just to get us a bit of space. That might be how we have to do this. Just don't have enough people to work that. Okay. Alright, Zorg, what have you got for me here? I don't really have any money, though, so I can't really do much about this. Yeah, I think we just kind of have to be fine with not getting any trade off this route here. That's fine. If I could get some metal or something like that, that would have been really nice, but... Okay, we're still not seeing a single thing here that, like, I need the giant camps for or whatever, so we're probably just going to go ahead and skip ahead to that. Yeah, we're not building any more bricks, which is good, but I can get the Stonecutters camp here. This is done now, so we now have minus 20 hostility because someone died, and if we just let a whole bunch of people die, we'll have a whole ton less problems. So that's good. Let's reduce our hostility by as much as possible by killing as many people as possible. This is actually really hard to do. I'm gonna get this. Just continue exploring. Okay, it's barely increasing hostility. That's fine. Okay, next quest is just a glade of any sort, and we're gonna get a point for that, so I think we start working towards one of them. Getting stuff cleared out behind this thing is probably gonna be one of the better options here. Food is going up. Should be going down now. Resolve on everybody is low. I could try to get through this by killing a whole bunch of my own dudes, but I think this is a season where I can just drop people out of work. Let's see here, that actually only brings us down to 2. So we're still in a bad spot. I could burn stuff at the kiln. The problem is we're not actually getting like that much wood produced, so I think we can afford to do this now. Just have to make it to the next season before we actually drop a harpy. Yep, we're fine. Later on, though, that extra, like, okay, so blood price contract. This is going to be, again, us murdering our own dudes for the sake of this, but I think that's actually going to be profitable for us in the long run. Okay, we can get some coats, but I don't think that's the best choice. I think we get this one. Can build a harpy house, no problems. Okay. I think we're doing fine here. Mostly. Okay, we want that. We also do want this Druid's Hut. Druid's Hut will start getting us oil, and we can start burning that preferentially. It's made out of wheat for some reason. I have no idea why, but that is how it be. Okay, so this spot is the best one. And we can also make coats now. This is where it may be better for me to like find some alternative sources of fabric, but we're producing it in a way that's still pretty sustainable. Turn on bricks again. Just gonna do that. And we're gonna make it so that we preferentially burn oil. Okay, we'll do this next year, I guess. For now, this is fine. I need 15 for that. That's kind of brutal. Happiness of our harpies is only 5. I don't know why it's dropped so much. I think it's because they're more sensitive to like high hostility, but still. This is definitely going to be a season where I think we let some people die. Like, Queen's Impatience isn't even really, like, high enough either, so... it's probably okay to do. This is going to be one of those ones where it's like, I'm sort of slowly going up, and then suddenly, like, I go up way higher, way faster. Because there's lots of times where it looks like Queen's Impatience is going up really fast and you're not getting any progress otherwise, but then suddenly you're fine. So, I think this is... I think we're on trajectory for that kind of thing to go on here. We'll have another one of you in here. Okay. Maybe even one more in this one. The coats should be making them a little bit happier, though. I don't know. Have 18 lizards. It's quite a bit of lizards. The value that they have for those trades is what makes that unreasonable. They want it to be very expensive. Yeah, our resolve is just in the garbage right now. That's fine. Break into here. Yeah, we don't care about that. We're okay with that. Just want to stay under 4. Okay, we lost a druid. Lost a builder, that's fine. I'm not really working on any of these sort of things here, so I'm going to decline and just take the money. We should actually have quite a lot of money now at this point. I'm going to get actually some people in here regardless of what else is going on. Just because I want that started up. I don't want to be waiting for that one. Okay, so we can get a whole bunch of new people. Either of these is looking kind of okay. I'm going to go with slightly less people. Okay. Do we finally build the bakery? Do we finally start getting a little bit of happiness off of our food? Getting more lizards might take us a little while here. I'm not really doing a great job of that. Alright, we bring you over here. Just put one in there for now. Glades event, we take that. That gets us some good stuff. We've got 2 dangerous glades that we want to set up for next. I just have to figure out which ones we want to do. These are all really far away from us. It's kind of impressive. Okay, this is finally gonna fit. It took a while, but we're there. So hopefully they'll build this thing first, but if they don't, it's kind of fine. Okay, so we'll also cut towards here. Bit unfortunate. I don't think we've got the ability to get some of the stuff that we need here. The ingredients for biscuits. I might have to buy them. Okay, that's finally out. Just do this, though. We are, I think, still producing, like, a constant stream of coats. It's just we never have, like, enough to fulfill needs simultaneously, basically. So it's that kind of problem. Oh, we got a couple buildings available now. I've got rerolls, too. I'm going to build the apothecary, though. I'm just going to get it. Jerky or the ranch? Ranch would be pretty strong on this map, honestly. Okay, we'll do that. As much as I don't actually care about that, yeah, I just don't care about that. Alright. What do we have available here? Do we have, like, a spare lizard somewhere? Not really. I'm gonna remove you, and I'm gonna replace you with a fox. These guys just become a little bit happier when they're in these, so it increases their overall happiness by a decent amount. They don't get the special bonuses for this, unfortunately. I do need to get access to some more stuff here, though. Some more builders, rather. Okay, that'll give us another little bit of happiness. Need for clothing is fulfilled. I just have to maintain that for forever. If we can keep our need for clothing fulfilled, like, perpetually, like, tier 4 difficulty is just going to be, like, food slamming us to hell. Which is looking like that's going to be pretty bad, honestly, but... you know, maybe we'll be okay. Alright, so we get a bunch of, like, extra leather, and we get a bunch of extra clothes and stuff like that. That's all good. Tool shop. I can get a clothier. That would actually be what we want here. Make it so that our transaction into clothes is much more efficient than doing it from the Druid hut. Okay. And again, I think we just let a couple people die. I think I can break into glades during storm and it's not a problem. The only problem would be, like, I wouldn't have any workers to work on the disaster, so... That didn't upgrade? Really? One short. One person short, huh? There we go. We were very close to being able to survive this, actually. I don't know. Sure, you know what? It's fine. This means I don't get as much Queen's Impatience, like, right now, so it's fine. I'm gonna start working on getting these. Okay. Reduce storm duration, that's nice. Plus 25 clearance duration. Both of these combined is actually pretty good. Like, spending a larger percentage of your time in... Like, honestly, Drizzle is the best, but, like, as long as you're not in Storm, it helps a lot. Let's do this for the filler. I don't think I'm going to have enough time to finish this run, though, necessarily, unless, like, things accelerate a bit, but 3 oil for every 10 flour produced, that's good. Free fuel is always nice. Okay. This thing just explodes. So technically speaking, like, I could just leave this. And that would be fine. I'm gonna grab that. Blah. Okay, so I just need... how many of these things? I need 30 of something that holds stuff, so... okay. I don't really need these anymore. So I could do that. I do need just enough for 2 rain collectors, but that's not too bad. I do need to have enough stuff to get that part, though. I could also just leave this. The thing is that this just explodes. Like, strictly speaking, this doesn't do anything to us. It's also these things... I can't, like, harvest those anyway, so... the only thing that kind of sucks is I think it destroys... nope, this is just outside of the radius of that. I can just ignore this thing. So that's cool. Alright, so let's get 2 rain collectors now, finally, I guess. It's always nice when you've got, like, a disaster sort of thing. Like, sometimes it's right next to stuff that you really want to keep, but sometimes it just isn't. I think we can do this. Alright, so with that done, we can get double lizard over here. Throw a couple foxes in there. Throw a fox in there and just let the others be builders for the time being, and then we'll also have people who can deal with whatever's in here, basically. I do need houses again. This is a shelters game. I'm just getting shelters. Is there any ancient tablets anywhere? I'm not seeing any. Forgot that these guys like that kind of work. Alright, what do we got this time? We got the graveyard. Okay. Um, 13 minutes. I would have to get probably 10 more packs of provisions, and I would need a lot more money. We can get that. We can get this. I wouldn't mind getting any of these. These are all pretty okay. I don't know. I think we'll get the forum here. Okay, we'll move one of you over to here, and we'll get rid of that there. And then I'll reduce the number of you in here. So the question I've got is, do I have enough money to get that? Because if I do, I can probably deal with this problem. My amber is at 12, so I do not, but I do have the ability to get some of these things. So I could get 20 off of one of these guys. I do believe I've got enough crowbars right now to get this. Which it looks like I do. I'm going to get rid of one more of you temporarily. So what we can do here is get the money out of there. I need to get somebody working in here, so maybe take out you for now. How many do I need? 15? Yeah, so we rushed building this stupid thing. It's gonna take all our food, but that's gonna just have to be the way it is. These are all big camps, and I just did not take those things. It's very sad. Look at this as well. It's just all of them. Very, very, very sad. Hopefully this thing's not too loud when it explodes. Alright, the season here being longer is really, really nice because it means that we also have a longer harvest season, because we usually actually leave stuff on the fields. We don't harvest all of it. Or rather, it's hard to harvest 100% of what you get, so extended clearance season, it's actually really, really good. Okay. So we're going to start working on this regardless of whatever else is going on. Because we should start getting some of the stuff that we need to build that there. And then I'm going to send a second one of you guys here. Now I just have to wait for us to have 15 provisions, and we're almost there already, so that's all we really need to do is get to that point where we can sort of do this. Okay. I would love to be able to buy some metal. I haven't seen that in offer yet. I have 12 crowbars, though, apparently, so it's just not enough to do anything with it, though. Okay, let's move you guys, oops, back down here. I'm actually going to move both our ones to clear out stuff around our main base here, just get more room. It's also faster and more efficient that way, so all around good things. We could also let some people die, and that would get us some extra money, but, you know. What's this? Oh, right. I think I just have to get below a certain amount of hostility, though, for this. I kind of don't know if I actually care, though, because all it does is gives us +6 hostility, and we want to have hostility so that people die so I get money anyway. Did no one die? Well, that's awkward. Okay, we can get a crap ton of extra provisions just for having new villagers. I think I like that. I'm actually going to turn off this stuff. Bunch of pipes, tons of people. I don't want tons of people. Okay, what I think we do now is we get that, and we get that. Get those bonuses. We only got 18 out of 35 stormwater there. That's kind of interesting. Okay, I really need to have, apparently, just the most friggin' amount of that. I can actually get, I think, this going on, though. Our fabric production is probably what's keeping us back, but we are harvesting a ton of resources to build that, so... We have got lots of fabric, actually. It's just, I think we're consuming all our coats. Yeah, we've got 0 coats. Well, let's just sell them a bunch of these things. And then I think we'll just buy a bunch of metal. And that'll just get us a bunch of tools. Then we can crack that open there. Alright, we got enough drizzle water, that's great. Has this thing exploded yet? It's another 7 minutes till you explode, that's a long time. Low on food. That's disconcerting. Let's get another one of you in there. So what can I harvest here? Pretty much nothing. Could try to reroll for different food production, but I think what we're going to have to do here is build the ranch. Okay. So we'll do that. We should start skyrocketing up in food production by just a bit, I hope. Who knows, though. Lizard resolve is low. I'm guessing a couple of them starved. It's fine. This may be a game where I just build a couple ranches and have that sort of supplement, and then just get rid of this. Kind of crazy that I'm getting to this point, honestly. Alright. Yeah, we're definitely getting starvations here. But you know what? That's fine. Alright, so we go like this. That should start leading into us having enough meat to make pies more easily. Also, I need to build another house. Somehow. Fine. Yeah, so we are pretty rapidly getting more food again, so I think it's just a harvest season thing. Alright, well... just need to find a place that's going to have ancient tablets, honestly. That would be a huge help. So, we should be getting a bunch of tools down here, which is great. What we're going to do with those is we're actually going to probably crack open this one to get more crystallized dew. Nah, actually the money's probably better because I can buy more crystallized dew with that, and then we can buy more stuff. How are we low on food again? Did we eat everything already? Yeah, that blew up some interesting stuff here. Apparently it blew up into this, so that's not good. Okay, this is actually really, really good, and it also gets us our ancient tablet, so I'm actually going to pick this one. Yeah, weird to end up here like this, but here we are. Okay, we got 5 people. Oh, this also blew up in this. That's not good. 15 tools, disturbing the dead, hostility increased by for every 2 fallen trees. Well, I can't excavate that right now regardless, so we're just going to have to run with it. That did kill, apparently, a guy here, so... That explosion radius is... like, the UI for that is just lying, flat out. Okay, we lost a stonecutter, and we lost our firekeeper. That was this guy. Okay, we'll do this one, and we'll do it now. I'm okay again with losing a bunch of happiness. We'll do this and this. Okay, once we get that burned down, we should have access to some more stuff. We got the tools right now, so we can excavate here. Okay, so... God damn it. Okay. That's fine, but also really awkward. The one that they decided to send off. We were 1 away on storm water, which is fun, I guess. We're not producing sea marrow, so I guess we'll just choose exploration contracts. With all the people dying, I'm like losing a bunch of, getting a bunch of impatience, which is always bad, but... Lizard Resolve is just staying low. One thing I can do, actually. Nope, apparently not enough. If some of them leave, that's fine. We're at +8 hostility right now, so, I mean, you know. Wizard Builder left, that's fine. Okay. I wouldn't mind buying a bunch of these things. I think this is probably the right call since we want to start rushing towards the ending here. Don't have enough for those, that should be fine though, because I think we're producing more still. Maybe not. Are you selling metal at all? I don't believe so. Nope. Okay. Happiness is rocketed back up because we finished this stupid event. We'll have our 3 ancient tablets in a little bit. We'll get +1 from that. We'll be, I think actually kind of okay here. Because this should finish pretty soon, and then once that's done, we'll drop down probably like 10 stuff or whatever. Quite a bit anyway, I don't know. Get rid of that. Got our ancient tablets in. I can get that. That gets us some extra stuff here. I guess we'll get skewers. Yeah, so our happiness, like, rocketed back up a bit. Decent amount. Okay. Could also get the butcher. It is past 2, though. You like the walrus farm? I'm not sure if that's a walrus. It's kind of a weird walrus-like animal, but they kind of don't have heads. They're kind of terrifying. Like, that's what they're like. It's kind of like a giant leech walrus. They're kind of gross. You kind of came just as I actually have to end, though, Kryptonite. So, nice timing. Lovely, lovely timing there. Regardless, though, yeah, I think we try to get out of this place as best as we can here. I think what's going to have to happen is I'm going to have to call it quits here. I am pretty close to done this mission, though. I need to get a whole bunch more stuff so I can open up these things and send them home. That'll get us another 1, 2... Another 2 points. And then after that, I just need 2 more. I get the drizzle water pretty much automatically. So I probably just break into another glade and then open another set of boxes. So it's just going to come down to like using the dead villagers' corpses to trade for tool production stuff. So we're pretty much done this one. Like, this one I think we got. Partly as well because I think we'll have an absolute ton of money in a little bit here, so I think we're doing okay. In spite of the fact that, like, a lot of our people keep dying. I'm just going to build the butcher here. But, yeah, like I said, I have to get going. I have to get to work pretty soon, so, yeah. So, I hope you found this one enjoyable, and of course, as always, hope to see you guys all next time. I'll be around on Wednesday. I'm going to be checking out Mechabellum because it changed a lot as well. So I'm checking out this game because it changed. I also want to check out Mechabellum because it also changed. So, yeah, I'll see you guys all then.